It's so cold. I don't know if you can see my breath. I can see my breath. It's cold. It says 4 degrees, but that's inside the garage. It's about 2 degrees outside. So the heat seat's on, although they're not that great, the heat seats in this car, I'll be honest. They're heated, but it's more of a gentle heat than a warm. I don't know what analogy I can use for that. Oh, we're off to a great start. Right, we've only got 60 miles in the tank, so first things first, let's go fill up with fuel. So the first thing we've got to do before we can really drive properly, as well as filling up with fuel, is we've got to wait for the coolant and the oil to get to temperature. The coolant doesn't take that long. The oil takes about 10-15 minutes. You see this gauge down here? It's still not even registering on the dial yet, so yeah, it takes a good while for that to get up to temperature, and then we can thrash it. Okay, so we've got fuel, 3 quarters of a tank, that was like 55 quid. It reckons we'll get 255 miles, but that's absolute bollocks. And the oil is nearly up to temperature. So let's go have some fun. Right, oil and everything is all up to temperature, and we're good to go. The only slight problem is, I looked out my window this morning, fairly bright, I'm not going to say sunny, because it's England and it's winter, but it was fairly bright, it was dry. Come out to do this video and just come for a drive, and it's definitely not dry anymore. It's soaking wet everywhere. It's 2.5 degrees and it's soaking wet, and I'm in a 700 brake 4-wheel drive but mostly rear biased supercar. So yeah, this is probably not going to end well, is it? I just had one near miss back there just before I started filming this. I kind of floored it in like 4th gear, and the back wheel started spinning up a bit, and I thought, fine, I'm used to that. But then the front wheels, like the front of the car, sort of rotated a bit as well and gripped into like a little groove or something in the road, and just started pulling me that way, which is not good, especially when there's a curb just there and obviously oncoming traffic. Luckily there was no cars coming at the time, but yeah, that was quite scary. I don't know if it was the traction control that saved me because I've still got it like half on, or if I just rescued it, I don't know, but it was scary. A bit icy in places. Not ideal for this kind of drive, really. But we can make it work. We can make it work. I think it's actually stopped raining for now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I forgot how fucking fast this thing is. Honestly. It's ridiculous. And that's 6th gear. That's 6th gear. Still pulls like a fucking train. You might notice me having to keep adjusting this seatbelt, because like it just gradually gets tighter and tighter, and then you've got to kind of pull it out so you're a bit more comfortable, and then it'll get tighter and tighter again. Just one of those things. One thing that I noticed, fucking hell. Sorry, it's still like you can't talk and accelerate really hard in this car, really. You can't do both. It doesn't take your breath away, but you've got to keep yourself in position and concentrate in the rain, especially. Like, I know I did the video on, 700 brake is not too much for the road. I still stand by that. But in the rain, in the freezing cold, it's a bit hairy. It's a bit on the sketchy side. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with today. And yeah, I'm kind of on the edge of my seat. Not literally, but metaphorically, I'm on the edge of my seat because, yeah, with traction control half off, this thing still lets it slide a lot. Like the BMW traction control system, when you put that in like the sport mode and it's like half off, it doesn't let it slide at all. Like it doesn't let you do anything. As soon as the wheel starts spinning, it's just nope, stops the power. Whereas this, I feel like you could probably still spin out, or pretty much spin out with traction control half on in this. So I've got to be a lot more careful, and obviously there's a lot more power. So yeah, it's interesting. It keeps you, like I say, on the edge of your seat. Oh god, it's so twitchy and bumpy. That's one thing I noticed when I switched to the Michelin tyres. That sounded a bit like product placement there, didn't it? Switched to the Michelin Pilot Supersports, available at all good retailers. No, when I switched to the Michelins from the Pirellis, one thing I noticed straight away is that you get pulled around a lot more. You've got to do a lot more with the steering wheel. Like the tyres just find all the little like nooks and dips, I'm trying to think of a word there, in the road, and you've got to manage it a lot more. Fucking Jesus Christ, this is too fast. No, it's not too fast for the road. It just means it's too fast for these conditions and me, which is probably true. Jesus. I've not driven this for a while, as you can probably tell by my excited reaction every time I put my foot down. Fucking hell. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Michelins. Yeah, you have to do a lot more with the steering wheel to keep it on the road, basically, which at first sounds terrible, but it's good to be able to feel what the front wheels are doing more. I think that's all it is, you're getting more feedback. I think the same thing happened with the Pirellis, but you just couldn't feel it so much. So yeah, which is something that a lot of people with R8s have said on the forums and things. Switch to the Michelins, you get a lot more feedback, and I've definitely noticed that. But it does mean you've got to be a bit more on top of it all the time, which is hard when it's this fast and this wet and this bumpy everywhere. Jesus Christ. Gonna die. We're gonna die. Enjoy this video, because it's probably the last one ever gonna make. Oh, it's a GTR. Oh, hey GTR. I wonder if he's having fun in the wet, slippery conditions. I doubt it. Oh, he's fine, he's got four-wheel drive. That's actually one thing I want to talk about, is everyone bums four-wheel drive way too much. People seem to act like four-wheel drive just means you're invincible, that you've got permanent 100% grip, that you can't get stuck in snow, that just, like, I'm sure it's better than rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive in terms of having grip, but it doesn't mean that you're invincible. It really doesn't. Like, I wouldn't really take this out in the snow, because it would just get stuck in a second. Like, obviously you could crawl around and not get stuck, but like, if you try to do any kind of normal driving, it's the tyres basically that make the big difference, not the all-wheel drive system. Again, I'm sure it helps, but it's not just a solution to have infinite grip. So yeah, like, people have mentioned that we've not featured this car in the videos much recently, and that's basically because it's been this kind of weather all the time. Well, it's been much worse than this most of the time. It's just been raining and cold and horrible, which you don't tend to drive a car like this in rainy, cold, horrible conditions, because there's no reason to. Like, you drive this car to go fast and to, you know, experience how much grip it's got and just have fun, which is, don't get me wrong, you can have fun in wet conditions, but this car's not really suited to it, if you know what I mean? Like, the GT86 is great for sliding around in the rain. This is more just like high speed, fast cornering in the dry. That's how I see it. Can we overtake this guy? Yeah, why not? It's so effortless in this to overtake people. Like, that was just like a quarter throttle in 4th gear and then half throttle in 5th gear. Like, you just, yeah, normally you'd be foot to the floor when you want to overtake someone, just to make sure you get past them in time, kind of thing. This, you just casually press the accelerator a bit and you go past them. Like, it's so nice for that. Anything else I can tell you about this while we're driving? The gear stick still gets in the way of some of the controls. Obviously, it wouldn't have moved. Don't know why I'm saying still, as if I was expecting it to have changed over the year or two that I've had it, but no, that's kind of annoying. But yeah, that's spinning the wheels up. Trouble is, no matter how fast a car is, it's never anywhere near as good at getting past traffic as a bike. Like, on a bike, you can just nip round people so easily. You don't ever have to wait in traffic on a bike. It's amazing. But yeah, I mean, we're not really waiting in traffic here, are we? But yeah, two cars down, one lorry to go. So that guy was going to swing into me as I went past. But heel and toe is so much easier when you're braking hard. Fucking, when you're braking gently, it's horrendous trying to get it smooth. Did anyone come in? I don't think there is. Sorry if I'm not talking much. I'm kind of concentrating on these wet roads. Eesh. Fucking hell. Oh god. It just picks up speed so quickly. Even at like higher speeds. I'm not going to say what speeds, but at high speeds, it just carries on accelerating as if you're doing like 30 mile an hour in 2nd gear. It just carries on with that pull. crazy. There was one thing I was going to discuss actually very briefly, was business videos. We've not done many. I know Si did the what he does for a living one recently, but yeah, we've not really done many, and I almost feel like we owe people a bit of an apology, because like when we started the channel we said it was going to be business videos and car videos, and it's been like 90% car videos. I guess the reason for that is just I don't know what else we can do business videos on, like what other aspects of business. People generally just want to know what I do to be able to afford this car, which we've already done a very long video on. Advice for like getting started in business, like how to advertise products and stuff, which we've done. And yeah, that's kind of it really. I think the problem is people, and this is not aimed at anyone in particular in our comments or anything like that, but just people in general want just a guide of how to get rich, if you know what I mean. Like, people just see someone's got a nice car, they go, oh, tell me how to get that car. It doesn't work like that. Like, it's not that simple. You can't just copy what someone else has done, because everyone's situation is different, everyone's skills are different, everyone's contacts are different. Like, you've got to work to your own situation. You can't just copy someone else. I can't just give you a step-by-step guide of how to be able to afford this car. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So yeah, I think people generally just want a get-rich-quick video, which there's a reason that those things don't exist, or if they do, they're scams, is because there is no such thing as just get-rich-quick, or like an easy way to make loads of money. I saw certain other channels have been recently advertising like a trading app, and they're saying that they're going to give all their winnings to charity, which just makes no fucking sense to me, because how do you know you're going to win anything? Well, not winnings, you know what I mean, like earnings, all the profit. And I'm saying winnings because it's basically gambling. That's what trading is. It's basically gambling. There is absolutely no guarantee that you're going to make any money. It's much more likely that you're going to lose money, especially if you don't really know much about it. So I don't know. That kind of baffles me that you would say we're going to give all of our profits at the end of a few weeks to charity, because how do you know you're going to have any profits? I feel like that's just implying that trading's an easy way to make money. And there's so many adverts on YouTube and Instagram and everything for trading apps, because everyone seems to promote it as, here's an easy way to make money, just trade stuff. You don't actually need any skills, you don't need any materials or whatever, you just need an app and you can just trade stuff. But to make any real money from trading, you need to put a lot of money in, and it's not easy to make money from it. Otherwise, again, everyone will be doing it, everyone will be rich. It's just, it's one of those cons basically that a lot of people seem to fall for. So there you go, there's a business video for you. Don't bother going into trading unless you know a lot about it and you've done all your research and you've got a lot of money to put in. I think Rob Dahm mentioned that he tried trading once and lost about 10 grand. There you go, there's somebody who's pretty successful, has done well with business, knows about money, knows about how to make money, and he lost 10 grand doing it. So there you go, there's an example of why it's probably not a good idea. Oh, there's 2 horses here. How are we going to get past the horses? We're probably not. Should we just do a little donut round them? No, we won't. Thank you. But now there's going to be a horse right behind me. Practice my hill starts. Oh god, and there's horses behind us that are probably going to get scared. Actually, I was saying practice my hill starts. This has got like hill hold assist thing. So when you take your foot off the brake, it gives you a couple of seconds where it keeps the brake on. So it's not actually that difficult, really. You watch me mess it up now. Watch me stall. Now I've said that. It's a pretty steep hill, this, though. I don't know if you can tell. Nailed it. Bogged down a little there. Bogged down a little off the line, but we got it done. So the weather's just getting worse and worse now. I think we're gonna have to call it a day. It was a bit of a failed attempt, really, at an R8 drive video, but hopefully it's better than nothing. It's kind of ironic to be saying, yeah, we'll just put it out anyway after I've just done a video saying, you know, we have some standards, we don't just put out videos for the sake of it. But I feel like it's the middle of winter, there's not that much going on. This is the best you're gonna get. So yeah, with the business videos, if there's something specific that you want us to talk about, mention it in the comments. But like, we don't want to just talk about stuff that we don't really have any idea of. That's the thing. Like, and that's why there's not that many business videos I feel like I can do personally, or me and Si can do. Like, because, I don't know, we're not that qualified to give people advice, I don't think. So going forward, I guess it'll just be more of the same, really. Mostly car videos, the occasional business topic if someone suggests something, or if there's something that we feel we can talk about. So yeah, like, I'm sorry if that's not what people want, but like I say, there is no just like little bit of advice we can give you to suddenly make loads of money or whatever. It's not that simple. So yeah, I know some people have commented saying like, oh, it's like, can you do more like motivational or inspirational videos, that kind of thing. But like, I feel like you can't really just ask someone to be inspirational. You can't, like, I could just spout loads of cliche rubbish, like, you know, work hard every day, follow your dreams, don't let people put you down, just believe in yourself, all that shit that some of it I don't agree with, so I wouldn't want to say it anyway, because I'd much rather be honest. But it's like, that's not coming from my experience, is it? Anyone can just say that stuff. Like, so I feel like the videos we make that are about business should come from things that we've actually experienced, things that we've actually got an idea of what works, what doesn't. Which again was the niche markets and the marketing videos. They were two things that we've got experiences of. Like employing people, neither of us have got any experience of that, so we can't really talk you through that. Launching like products that aren't to do with the things that we've done, like software for me, stickers and vinyl and detailing and stuff like that for Si, like we can't really tell you about any other areas of the market because we've not experienced them ourselves. So yeah, but like I say, leave some suggestions in the comments if there's something you do want to see. I think I'll do. I've waffled on for ages as usual. It's like 25 minutes long, this thing. Jesus Christ. How is it 25 minutes? I've not done anything. I've just like driven in the rain for a minute and then apologised for our lack of business videos, and then that's it. And that's taken 25 minutes. Sheesh. There's a lot of outtakes. You don't want to see the outtakes. So that will do. That will do, pig. I'm just gonna go to Subway, I think. I seem to live at Subway right now. So nice, isn't it? So nice. And it feels like it's not quite as bad for you as like KFC or McDonald's, even though it probably is. But it feels like it's not. So I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna tell myself I've had a healthy day of driving and eating Subway again. I don't know. Oh God. Fucking hell. This thing's so leery in the rain, it's stupid. Right, on that note, I'm gonna go before I kill myself. So, bye. So this is the result of driving in this weather. Look at it. Look at it. Pretty filthy, oh my God. Didn't realise quite how bad the back was.